So, welcome to this video lecture series on fundamentals of electrical engineering. This subject is included in the MSBT Maharashtra State Board of Technical Education for second semester electrical engineering student. In the previous videos we had seen practical number 1. In this video lecture we will discuss about practical number 2. The aim of the practical number 2 is DC source EMF measurement. So, DC source EMF measurement simply stand for, or it will explain from this name, that every DC source, let us assume this is an DC source, it is having some electromotive force which will give energy to the electrons to flow through particular load, and it will convert this electrical energy into the particular application. Practical significance: the DC source EMF measurement with utmost accuracy and precision is the prime requirement. So, for every DC source, this EMF measurement is a prime requirement. If we say it is a 30 volt DC source, so what is the electromotive force developed here, how it will allow to flow the electrons, so that will be important when it is connected across the load. Such kind of measurement are possible using measuring instruments like voltmeter, ammeter, etc. In this practical, we use voltmeter and ammeter to measure the EMF. Please remember, the voltmeter is used to read the voltage across particular load, and current meter, that is also known as ammeter, it is used to read the current flowing through the particular load. This ammeter is always connected in series connection, and this voltmeter is always connected in the parallel connection. So, by using this voltmeter and ammeter, we can read the EMF available in the source. Discipline knowledge: apply the knowledge of basic mathematics, science and the basic engineering to solve the electrical engineering problems. So, here we can use Ohm's law, V equals to I R, for calculating the EMF. So, here is an application of mathematics chems. Then experiments and practice: plan to perform the experiments and practice the results to solve the electrical engineering problems. Engineering tools: apply the relevant electrical technologies and the tools. Here we are using the wire stripper to wipe out the connection, wipe out the insulation, wire cutter to cut the conductors, and sometime we can use lux meter to read the illumination. We can also use here the rheostat to vary the resistance. Competency and the skill: this practical is expected to develop following skill in the students, that is, identify types of supply sources, equipment and the machines. So, types of supply sources means he should be able to identify whether it is a current source, whether it is a voltage source, dependent or independent, so that he will identify. Interpret the circuit diagram, he can read the circuit diagrams. Relevant COs: determine the various parameter used in the electrical circuit. Practical outcome: measure the EMF of the DC source. Then minimum theoretical background: this is the requirement of this practical, that voltmeter is an instrument used to measure EMF and the voltage of the battery. He should be able to know, or he should be aware about this voltmeter. Please remember the voltage source of which magnitude and the direction are remains constant with respect to time is known as the DC source. So, we can draw here diagram with respect to time. This voltage is constant, this is the constant line. So, it is known as the DC voltage source. These are the requirement for our practical. So, this is an DC source. Let R, small r, is the internal resistance. For ideal voltage source, internal resistance is equals to 0 ohm, but practical voltage source, for practical voltage source, it will depends on the material used here or the material of the source. This is the variable rheostat, or this may be used as a load, and this is an ammeter, and we can apply a voltmeter across this part to read the voltage across the load. This is the simple circuit diagram. Then requirement, EMF source. You can use 0 to 1 ampere and 20 volt EMF source. Voltmeter, suitable range up to 20 volt. Current meter up to 1 ampere. But value of the current meter also depends on type of the load. If your load is of higher wattage, then value of the current meter should be increased, or value if your load is of lower wattage, value can be reduced. We have to use also switch. This is on a switch, this is on a switch. You can use push button switch, or as per the given condition, single pole switch or knife switch also. Precautions to be followed: avoid the loose connection, do not touch the wire with wet hand. Since we are up to 20 volt, sometime in the laboratories there are rectifiers that will convert this AC voltage into the DC voltage. So, at that time we can use the higher value of the voltages. So, at that time these wires, if these wires are open, then you will get a shock. So, procedure, what to do? Select the relevant source as per the circuit diagram, select the relevant voltmeter and ammeter, connect the circuit as per the diagram shown. As per the diagram shown means as per this diagram. So, but actually what we had to do, we had to use this circuit diagram. Let us assume this is on a DC source of which we had to read the EMF, and this is on a switch, this is on a variable resistance, and this is on a load. Let us assume this load is a tungsten filament lamp. Tungsten filament lamp. Now, what to do in this practical? First of all, switch on the connect the circuit as per the circuit diagram. Switch on, make the switch in the on condition like this. Put the rheostat at the 0 value or 0 ohm value, means at the higher value, so that current flowing through this lamp is less. Then vary the rheostat for current change. So, you can increase the flow of current by reducing this rheostat value. So, as you increase the rheostat, as you increase the current by reducing the rheostat value, also put one voltmeter across this part. So, as you increase the current flowing through this part, this is the constant voltage. What you will found, the intensity of the lamp may go increasing, slowly increasing, since this is a tungsten filament lamp. And also you will find the voltage developed across this part, across this lamp, may also vary as per the flow of current. So, record this voltmeter and ammeter readings, record this voltmeter and ammeter reading, right? Also record initial as well as final readings. Determine the EMF and the voltage source by using such a type of practical, so such a type of connection, and vary the load resistance. Whatever may be the load resistance, so you can vary the load resistance also. Repeat the step 5 to 8 for more readings also. Resources use, and lastly please remember switch off the supply. Resources use, other than these resources, if you use some extra part as per the laboratory availability, as per the faculty instruction, you can use another resources also, another material. So write there name of the resource, write make, write details, quantity used, and remark if any. Actual procedure may be different from such a type of procedure. This is the ideal procedure given. So write the actual procedure. Precautions followed. Other than these precautions, if you had followed some other part, so please write there. Now let come to the observation and calculation. First of all, let us check the circuit diagram. Here you will found, let us assume this voltage is up to of 100 volt DC, and this load is the tungsten filament lamp, and rheostat is connected here. What happened now? As you can put another table here, that if it is a tungsten filament lamp, you can read here luxes, and like this, how much lumens are there, 200 lumens, 300 lumens, 400 lumens, as per like this. You can write the values here. So first of all, what you should do, this EMF is maintained to be constant. This part should be constant. Then this terminal voltage may vary. Initially it will shown let up to 100 volt. Then further, as load increases, you will found a decrement. Suppose 95, then 94, like this. So in this way you will observe that whenever load increases, here whenever load increases, whenever we will vary this rheostat, you will found this terminal voltage may gets drop, like this. Put the result here, put the interpretation of the result here, and put the conclusion here. Practical related questions. Faculties may also give some extra questions other than these two part. So first question is, give the name of EMF sources available in the market. So you can get this data through online medium, or you can visit a particular battery source or particular electronic device source, and accordingly you will found the availability of the EMF source. Give the reason for drop in the voltage for a battery. The reason is very simple. Let me check this diagram. So the battery includes, if it is a lead acid battery, if it is a dry cell battery, so battery includes some material, and the property of the material to oppose the flow of electron is known as the current. So battery have some internal resistance. Let this is an internal resistance, it is also shown here, small r. So this battery is having some internal resistance, and due to that internal resistance, this terminal voltage may gets dropped. Or you can also see here this terminal volt, if you put voltmeter here, again another voltmeter, let me mark this voltage as V1, let me mark this voltage as V2. You will find V1 is not equal to V2 at some particular condition. Ideally V1 is equal to V2, but practically V1 is not equal to V2 due to the internal resistance available or production, or we can say the property of the material due to which internal resistance develop, and due to that this voltage may gets drop. So, this is the space for the answers. You can search the details again from the electrical for you and other parts. Write the name of team members available with you. Now, here what to do for in such a type of pandemic situation. You can use or you can do this practical at your home also. For that purpose, you will require first multimeter. You can purchase this multimeter through online mode at a very lower cost. You will require an DC source. You can also purchase the DC source at a very lower cost. You will require third a lamp load. So, you can purchase this lamp load at a lower cost also, and you will require one pot, rheostatic pot, that is one ohmic pot. So, what to do in this part as per the above circuit diagram given here. Let me check this circuit diagram. So, let me draw another circuit diagram for the task. So, let assume this is a dry cell. Then connect this dry cell with such a type of a lamp with a switch. This is a switch, and this is some pot. This is a pot, and let assume this is a lamp. Connect the circuit. This is the lamp. This is pot. If these are available with you, you can do the task at your house, or if these are not available, so you can try to get the all data whatever may be available, so you can complete the task with them. First of all, connect the circuit diagram as per this part, and you can say this whole part is also a load, variable load. Switch on the supply. Firstly, read this voltage of this source. So, you can draw observation table voltage, or you can write here E, or this may be E. Firstly, connect multimeter here across these 2 point, read the E, switch on the supply, then here lamp glows. Now, connect the multimeter here at this point across this lamp, vary the pot and read the terminal voltage here, read the terminal voltage for different reading. Assume that this E should be constant like this. Sometime you can read the current also. How you can read the current? Use the multimeter in the current mode and connect the multimeter in series with this part, and accordingly you can read the current. So, by using such a type of small practical, you can observe the EMF of the particular source. So, how you can observe the EMF, how you can see the drop? So, let takes a difference between E and V. So the difference between E and V indicates us the drop in the voltage. So in this way you can do the practical, but if all equipments are not available, so at your house a small torch should be available. So you can use that torch as the circuitry and you can complete your task. So in this way, by using this circuit diagram, by using the voltmeter, ammeter, we can read the EMF of a particular battery source. So thank you. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Also follow the notification for getting new updates. Myself Sangarsh Lakshmanrao Pillewan, working as a lecturer in the Government Polytechnic, Khamgaon, Maharashtra. Thank you.